Bookshot is 3K family now. Thank you so much for making this happen. Thank you so much to every single person who supported Bookshot. I am so grateful to you. And having said that, as a 3K special video, today we are going to do a Q&A session. So sometime back I have posted on my community tab that I'm doing a Q&A session. If you have some questions, put it down there. So we have a few questions in hand. I'll be answering all those questions in this video so that you get to know about me and this channel a little better. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So the first question comes from Shalu Walia. She says, now with specs, you look like an actual bookworm. Okay, well, this is the specs she's talking about actually. So she says, I look like an actual bookworm. How do you think? So moving on to her question, what is that one thing you like about the Booktube community? And what is that one thing you wish should improve? I like the very fact that the Booktube community exists and we can come here and talk about the books we have read, share our opinions without being judged. This is something that I really like about Booktube community, and the one thing that I think should improve, that we booktubers should think about collaborating more. And when I say collaborating, it's not within the Booktube community. I'm talking about collaborating with people who are outside the Booktube community. Indian Booktube community is very small. It's very small that we don't get the recognition that we deserve. So I think we need to think a little out of box here. We need to collaborate with other creators to make that impact, to spread that reading culture throughout the country. The next question comes from Shubham Maurya. Shubham says a very sweet thing here. I don't know if I should be happy or sad after reading this. So he says, about 6 months ago, I was searching for reviews of books by Sudha Murthy. During that time, I saw your first video and you were explaining so efficiently that I thought it is a famous channel. But when I saw the number of subscribers, I was shocked. Now, honestly, when I look at my channel myself, I also feel shocked. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Shubham, for saying that. It means a lot to me, actually. So if you have felt that the channel has that kind of a worth, it actually means a lot to me. I don't mind if my channel doesn't have that kind of subscribers, but even the people who are watching my videos, if you feel good about the content, that itself means a lot to me. So thank you so much for saying that. His question is, what do you do other than book review, and how did the idea of reviewing book came about? How did it start? Other than book reviewing, I am a content writer. So I'm a freelance content writer. I work from home and I have been doing content writing since 2017. It actually started with blogging. So this writing part and all of these online things started from blogging. Before that, I was doing CA. So until 2016, I was studying for CA and it was not working for me. So in 2016, I decided to take a step back. I thought I'll take a break and I'll write my exams next year. I just thought I'll try something else and then see if that works for me. And if I still have interest in doing CA, I'll go back and complete it. But that did not happen. Ever since then, there was no looking back. So it started with blogging and then it moved on towards content writing. Currently, I'm working on an academic writing project. So yeah, I'm basically a content writer. The next question comes from Raghavendra Nayak. Which is your favorite non-fiction book and why? Keep up the good work. Love your content. Thank you so much for saying that. I can't just name one book as a favorite because I read a lot of non-fiction books. I love reading non-fiction books. As far as I remember, over the last 6 months, I haven't read a single fiction book. So knowingly or let's say unknowingly, I'm drifting towards non-fiction books these days. So it's really difficult to name that one particular book. But if I have to, I would say Death and Inside Story by Sadhguru. It was really a nice read for me. And then one of my recent reads, India Divided, written by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India. It was really an insightful book about the partition of India. In that book, he talks about the political aspects of Indian partition, how India used to be before that and all of such things. So I think every Indian should read that book. And then I would say Sudhamurthy books. If you are a beginner and if you want to read non-fiction books, then I would highly suggest Sudhamurthy's books. So, because they are very simple to read and understand. Jyotishri from the channel Life Simplified asks, tell us about your YouTube journey, the ups and downs of it. I started this channel in 2020 with the sole intention of improving my speaking skills. That was my only goal for starting a YouTube channel. I didn't really have any big ambitions or something. So I think this channel has contributed a lot in that aspect. I can myself see a lot of improvement in me. Speaking on camera was not something that I could think of a few years back, but this is something that I cannot believe myself. The initial days were actually a little, since I was not used to speaking like this, it was very difficult for me to shoot one video. It would take me an entire day to film a 5-minute video. I used to practice my script over and over and then speak on the camera so that I don't make any mistakes. So it was actually that kind of a struggle, but it paid off. Over the years, it paid off, and I think now I do decent enough on this channel. So it is getting darker here, so the daylight is not helping me anymore. We will shoot the rest of the video here. This is a bit odd place in my house, but we will adjust. Book B asks, which is the book that inspired you to read more? The book after reading which you wanted to read more and you started reading. In my childhood, I used to read a lot of comics, but I will not count those for this question. So in 2017, I read Preeti Shenoy's book, The Secret Wish List. I did not really like the story in that book, but I enjoyed reading it because the writing style was really easy and I was a beginner at that point. So I was able to finish that book, and that is what motivated me to read more books. So it was like a 300 pages book or something. And after so long, when I finished a 300 pages book, I was so proud of myself. It actually motivated me to pick my next book, which I think was Preeti Shenoy's book itself. It was maybe Life is What You Make It. That one was a very good book. So yes. So it was Preeti Shenoy's books basically that I read as a beginner. Okay, so moving on. Tiana Nagaraj asks, how long does it take for you to shoot one video? What are the prior preparations you do before starting a video shoot? The time taken to shoot a video actually depends on the topic of the video, but I get you. I understand what you're asking. So it typically takes me around 2 hours to film a video, provided the script is ready. If I am talking without a script or if I am making the script on the go, then it takes me more than 2 hours. I write the script the day before shooting the video, which makes my things much easier. And as a prior preparation, since mine are sit down videos, I don't have to shoot anything else. I just sit and speak. So the only major preparation that goes behind every video is the script part. And obviously this is a Booktube channel. I have to read the book to review it. So basically that reading part is there. That is not something that I'm including in this video thing. If it is a non-bookish video, then some kind of research also goes. Like I search about the topic and all of such things. So the major part is the script. So everything has to go inside the script, and once the script is ready, I'm good to go. Okay. Jay from Jay's Booktubing asks, if you could change the ending of Harry Potter series, what it would be? I am not a fantasy fan. I am not a Potterhead. I haven't read Harry Potter series, but I have watched the movie. Okay. I have watched the series, and from that, what I would say is maybe I did not like the pairing. Harry's pairing should have been made with, maybe I think they could have brought a new character towards the end to pair with Harry or something like that. I don't know what to say. Let it be, no? Let it be how it was done. Mr. Hiker asks, on which criteria you are selecting books for review? Until last year, I didn't have any criteria as such. I used to talk about all the random books that I read and I liked. But from this year, I am actually a little careful about the books I talk on this channel. I have started understanding the audience a little bit, and I'm trying to talk about those books which makes sense in the current time. Those books which people actually want to read, and they are interested to know the review of that book. I'm picking those kind of books on this channel at this point. Because initially I didn't have any ambitions for this channel, but at this point I really want to grow this channel. And if I want to grow the channel, I really have to pick those books which people are actually reading or people actually want to read. Juhi from Book Island asks, what is your favorite book and why is it? There are so many favorite books out there, and I think I can make a separate video on this, my favorite books sort of video. So I'll keep that for a separate video. But I'll tell you what I'm currently reading. My current read is a book on Kashmiri Pandits. So once I finish that book, I am going to talk about it on the channel. So I actually wanted to watch the movie The Kashmir Files, and before that I thought I'll read a book. And the last question for this video is from Dhwani's World of Books. Now, Dhwani's World of Books is a channel where a small kid, Dhwani, talks about the books she read. It really feels good to see when kids read and talk about books. And this question was asked by her mother, by the way. Which is your favorite children's book? When I was a kid, I used to read a lot of comics. I am from Kerala, so I used to read comics like Balarama, Balamangalam, Balabhumi, and those kind of things. You might know about it. So those were my favorite comics. And apart from that, one book I would say is Panchatantra. Panchatantra is a very beautiful book for kids, and I do have a copy of Panchatantra at my home. So when I go there, I will definitely show you the copy. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, put it down in the comment section. See you in my next video. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.